It may sound weird, but here are 5 reasons why I love being enlisted versus being officer. What is up, guys? You're tuning in to Nikki MGTV for another military video for all your military video needs. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below if you have questions. But as always, let's roll right into the video, and that is why I love being enlisted versus officer. I do want to preface this video that I am E6. I am looking to commission. I'm still amped if I make chief. I'm still going that direction, but I'm trying to do 2 lanes at once and see whichever one comes first, because I'm not going to turn down any of those opportunities, and I think there is a rightful respect in both. But this video are going to be my interpretation as far as being an E6 enlisted member with 10 years in, and why I feel enlisted ranks are better in their own aspect versus being officer, on my personal opinion. If you have others, let me know down below. The first one is tradition. I think that there's a lot of rates or jobs, as many of you guys may know them, or MOSs and other types of fields. There are a lot of different traditions in what they are, and I want to give some, I guess, credit to some of the long-lasting ones. As far as I know, and I believe it's the first job ever actually rate created, was bosun's mate, which actually has a ton of tradition. They've been pretty much known as being the people that are the rough and tough guys of the Navy. They are in charge of the external side of the ship. They do a ton of evolutions, and they are known to work a ton with their hands. And obviously my rate as well, corpsman has a ton of tradition. I say this, that's because corpsman, it's a name, it's a title, it's not interchangeable. It's one of those things that when they tried to change the names of these rates and jobs, they found the biggest backlash they could ever find themselves in, because they were trying to take man out of these jobs, and they realized that there was so much tradition ingrained in being this title that it actually held value just saying, I am this specific job. And with corpsman, it's one of those things as well. We don't want to be called anything else besides corpsman. You don't call us a medic, you don't call us anything else. You just call us a corpsman. Believe me, if you try, we're probably going to correct you. But there's just traditions. For example, like the little, I forget what it's called, the whistle that the bosun's mates have. Like, they're known for that. Or all the knots that they do. Or the way that some of the aviation rates wear their covers. And also, there's just so many intricacies in each community. And if I miss one, please let me know down below. Next is mentorship. So I know this is maybe going to seem lame for some people that are already in, but I find as I moved up, I have the pleasure to mentor other people a lot, and I love that. I honestly, it's my favorite thing. It's why I love doing these YouTube videos, because I see it as a form of mentorship, and I see that a lot of people that are coming from the enlisted side are coming from a situation usually that's not so great and maybe need direction. I feel like that's why I love this position, because I can spread my mistakes I've made or things I've done that have worked out for me, and how I can get other people to that same situation. This does happen on the officer side, but it's very well known that the chief petty officer is the mentor. He is a person that is solidified as a subject matter expert and also can give guidance to a lot of junior people. But you will see at the E5 and E6 levels a lot of mentorship happening as well. It's just really fun to do this and see people grow, especially since I've been making these videos. People have gone in the military, made E4, some are even on the road to making E5 already, and it blows my mind. I've only been doing this for almost 2 years. This one is, you get a ton of respect once you move up the enlisted ranks. So I'm kind of talking from where I'm at right now. And I've noticed that as you are part of this E6 to E7 part, you get the respect from a lot of officers because you have some skin in the game, if you want to say that. You've got some knowledge, something that you can offer or maybe expand upon and help other people out. Because you're seeing more intertwine between the officer and enlisted, where you're going to see some of the junior officers get some mentorship with the more senior-ish chief, petty officer, and things like that, which help out as well. So you're kind of like sought after as an expert from both junior officers and also junior enlisted. Now this one I hear all the time. Nikki, I want to do a hands-on job. I want to be on my feet. I don't want to be at a desk. And we always refer to officers as maybe paper pushers or the ones that are changing policy. But I want to reassure you, mostly any entry-level job as far as officer or enlisted is going to be a hands-on job for the first several years, until you're probably going to start doing more administrative stuff. And to let you guys know, I know many of you guys want to do hands-on stuff. That's awesome, because we need people to do hands-on stuff. But eventually, no matter what, you're going to end up in more of an administrative position as you move up the ranks. So be prepared for that. Yes, your first years in the Navy are going to be awesome because you're doing all this hands-on stuff, but that dwindles down as you move on, to be honest. However, I don't want to defer you guys from going officer because I think that officers definitely have their place. You're going to do hands-on stuff in the beginning, but take those early years or early moments with your more senior enlisted, learn from them, maybe even learn from your juniors as well if you can, and then look back at it and say, how can I change this policy on the next place you go to make it better? Next is I think you get a lot more tough skin or life skills, I guess you could say. You will notice a lot of chiefs and up, you're going to say, man, that guy's really salty. You can just tell by the look on a chief petty officer. Typically, they have a lot of salt in the game. But you notice that they've got a lot of life skills, a lot of life experience. And a lot of times it's because a lot of enlisted are going to work and grind and be just that workhorse. Where I think that is what really builds character in a lot of people. And I'm one of those people that obviously needed that in order to get where I'm at today and kind of understand what it took to kind of be a real adult and be more effective. And I realized I needed to go get my education. I needed to do this stuff because as you look around and you start seeing, now that I'm E6 and I look at officers that are the same age as me, I work alongside doctors. You know, the last how many years I could have been in med school, right? I wasn't, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I'm not mad that I didn't go to med school or didn't do something that they did, but we all start off from a different point. So now I have more life skills, and as much as I wanted to be like them and earn that paycheck and have the rank of 03, I also realized I didn't have the life skills or the fundamentals to get there. So the Navy really gave me a lot of life skills which are very different. And to give a comparison, I work with a doctor that said this was his first job in the Navy, which is very ironic because I've now been on, I think third, fourth-ish, if you count from schools, duty station. I've been all the way across the world as far as Asia. I've been to Europe. So, I mean, I've benefited on my own right as far as I've had a different experience. It's not a bad experience. It's just a different one. So if you guys can think of anything else why enlisted may be better than officer for somebody, I know a lot of people contemplate this debate. I always say to people, if you are rocking it at school, don't have to worry about college, don't have to worry about mom or dad, asking you for money or whatever, paying off debts, go to the college, get a decent degree in something that you can market to the Navy, and then join as an officer. It's obviously the better option as far as money and quality of life, obviously. But I want to just give this out there as we talk so much about how can enlisted be so bad, but there's also some benefits to it. So I hope I conveyed that in this video. It's not like I don't want to be an officer. I really do. I'm just letting you guys know kind of this one aspect so I don't get bashed in the comments below. If you do have questions, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.